everybody. Before I begin with my points, allow me to address some of the concerns that were brought up by the opposition team. The opposition team has mentioned that the government supports filial piety by giving out incentives, certain policies to support the idea. But government is only a subset of the Asian community, ladies and gentlemen. And when we talk about filial piety, we have to go back to the value system, the core tenets of what makes filial piety, and that involves reciprocity as well as obligation to the parents. And ladies and gentlemen, when we talk, in fact, because the term filial piety involves only the parents and the children, and in fact, if you really insist on comparing the past and present, the government in the past was not involved in the arena of filial piety. Because when the value of filial piety evolved behind the core tenets, it already proved that the essence of filial piety is really compromised. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to begin with the second point of the proposition argument. The essence of filial piety has been compromised because socioeconomic aspirations have taken over the mindset of the Asian community, and as long as the essence of filial piety has been compromised, then the filial piety is no longer a priority in the Asian community. Ladies and gentlemen, in the year 2019, we are living in a VUCA world, and a VUCA world, according to the Harvard's Business Review, refers to the ever-changing business environment in terms of its vulnerability, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity, and which actually influences the current working environment that we have today. And in other words, it's a catch-all for, hey, it's crazy out there. So according to Business Insider Singapore in May 2019, the city-state has just been named the most competitive economy, overthrowing the United States from the first position to the third position. And this year's World Competitiveness Ranking is also the first time that Singapore has made it to the top since 2010. Ladies and gentlemen, all this posts Singapore's excellence across the board, but it is one of a double-edged sword. Why? Because it actually compromises the working environment to evolve into a very competitive working culture. But why is this a concern? Well, a competitive economy is directly proportional to a competitive working culture, which substantially equates to longer working hours. And although the Ministry of Manpower has reported that the working hours of an average Singaporean has declined positively over the years, however, according to Dr. Walter Tazira from the Singapore University of Social Sciences, he noted that people cannot read and reply to work emails and read work documents using their mobile devices or laptops even outside working hours, and this proves that we are now working outside working hours more frequently, and because we see the need to be constantly connected, and there is an expectation to always be online. Ladies and gentlemen, while it is not the fault of the working adult to conform to such a lifestyle, but it is the nature of the VUCA world that influences this lifestyle, and this comes with an expense to the viability of the reliance upon the family to care for their elders, which calls for a need to tap into other channels or resources for support. Therefore, it has come to a point that the reliance has been shifted to the shoulders of the government. And according to Associate Professor Ernest Chui from the Hong Kong University, in Today Online article in March 2019 titled Children Taking Care of Parents' Needs, Changing Norms and What to Expect, he mentioned that the paradigm shift in East Asian countries, including in Singapore, when there's a shared Confucius cultural heritage, is leading the government to take up a more proactive role in the welfare provision. For example, in 1995, a key milestone was when Singapore government passed a Maintenance of Parents Act, which allows elderly parents who are above 60 years old living in Singapore and who is unable to maintain themselves to apply for an order for their children to pay them a monthly allowance. And in response to that, Associate Professor Wing Cheong Chan from National University of Singapore noted that the legislation had generated heated debate. There was even criticism that it assumed the Asian value of filial piety. But despite these objections, Professor Chan noted that there was still a substantive number of elderly who actually resorted to this act. And on top of that, a recent Living with Parents survey study conducted by Institute of Policy Studies noted that 69% of the children who have elderly parents in Singapore indicated that the government is first or second in terms of providing elderly provisions, and 25% of them noted that taking care of their parents were optional. And ladies and gentlemen, the VUCA world that the Asians are living in today means that the working culture has become more competitive than ever, and this results in more hours dedicated to work, which compromises their ability to care for their elders to the point of the government having to step in. And such a phenomenon, ladies and gentlemen, indicates that not only has socioeconomic aspirations have taken over as priority, but The essence of Filial Piety has also been compromised. Therefore, Filial Piety is no longer a priority in the Asian community. And as long as the opposition fails to prove that Filial Piety has stayed true to its essence of reciprocity and obligation, I am proud to present this motion and hence this motion shall stand. Thank you very much.